Here we go, MJ here, chilling. Just got off work, did a little extra overtime. What can I say? But with all that jazz said, my friend, I'm gonna just be chilling here right now, doing this little quick video about companionship. Companionship. Oh my God. So with that said, a few things I want to mention. Why do people need companionship? My first thing is more like, it depends who you get it from, who you need it from, for what reason, like if you're a very self-sufficient, independent person, when I say that, it's more like being, independent emotionally, mentally and soulfully. That's very important, because you got to be able to know how to find yourself, realign yourself, and also be able to remind yourself and things that you really want, you know what I mean, or what you're seeking. So I think a lot of people think that they need companionship because a lot of folks pretty much haven't really worked on themselves independently. It's that simple for me. So I think when I'm single, I don't even need much companionship, to be honest. Like, I don't need any financial help. I don't need anyone to listen to me, hear me whine, trip, or I handle my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I went through, it doesn't phase, anything in my cipher. You feel me? In my circle. So with that said, I truly think a lot of folks, they think they need an animal to, stimulate their mind with affection, companionship. You know how animals are very extremely unconditional. They give unconditional love as well. Like, you can scream at them, yell at them, they would still come cuddle with you. Unlike humans, we get very extremely hurt when someone, kind of treats us like shit when you're a kid, and then later on, you don't feel like being all affectionate. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in relationships as well. But on the other hand, I truly think that in some levels, companionship could be as simple as this for some people: debating, arguing, fighting, putting each other down, just to annoy the shit out of each other, because that's like their outlet. For some people, they just like to just, argue with each other and just like try to make the relationship perfect. Or some people just accept it the way the relationship is. So this is why I truly don't tolerate a lot of things, because I don't need none of that, for me, in order for me to feel perfect. That's where people are missing things on being independent. Because if you're fucking independent, you really don't need shit. That's all I gotta say. Like, as far as companionship with one person, I can understand, because the fact that most people could actually do this. If it's a 50-50 in a relationship, that's fine. You feel me? But if it's like, it's always an 80-20 or 20-80. I see that a lot, and this is why I don't want to settle for something short and something simple, something too easy, not rewarding, So, I like things to be challenging too, but at the same time, I don't want to be overwhelmed, because if I'm already happy independently by myself on my own, if I'm already motivated, if I'm already, being uplifted in my own ways and the things that I do and how I operate, therefore I cannot rely on, someone for them to make me feel a certain way. Like, I don't need a pat on my shoulder. I don't need oh, don't worry, you got it. I don't need none of that. At this point in my life, I've worked on myself so much. I chose to be very independent and, focused at this time of my life, soulfully, mentally, and spiritually, emotionally as well. So just as far as physical attraction, some people would be in a relationship for these reasons. Like, I've had, a few girlfriends tell me, oh, I'm not going to leave him because, he gives me good sex, he gives me good dick, So I think for them, that's companionship for them. They need someone like that for them to just have good sex with. But as far as having conversations, Here's an example of like awkward companionship right here. It's like you like to debate, argue, talk about fucking politics, racism, all this stuff. Then you can talk about brainy stuff. You're into like, I don't know, the stocks. You're fucking, into like, National Geographic, all that stuff. These are things that people don't focus on. When I say that, like, many people feel like they need a person to sit there watch movies with. And they need a person that, just a body there, a body next to you to do things with. To be honest, I never felt like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to when I was really young, but for a while, I haven't never ever felt like that. I don't need anything or anyone. In fact, if I want someone, I have particular kind of people that I can call and, they're there for me. But it's not in a needy way. It's more like, hey, it's good to see you, good energy, you got the same energy, glad you're doing good, that's good. It's one of those. It's more like you're being cool with friends, this, that, and just checking up on them. That's also companionship.